Hello everyone and welcome back to another Open Front IO video. This is Enzo spawning in on this Middle East map. I am playing against 27 players and I have opted for my classic Middle East spawn, basically going for this green pocket right here in these mountains, likely in Algeria, maybe in Chad. I'm going to see what I can do. In terms of my opening start, I'm basically just trying to get up to red interest, and then I think I'm going to go with some bigger attacks. That's what I'm going to try to do. I might eventually do some experimentation on the next update just to see what is the most ideal opening, because I think people are expanding a little too quick and I don't think it's always working out. So in terms of kind of what we talked about in other games, remember, you're going to be wanting to look at this number right here just to get an idea of how essentially your interest is shaping up. So in terms of the start, I'm going to ally this Chad bot. I think that makes sense. I'm also going to ally some of these other people right here. And next steps, I'm going to just go for bots that I have big surface area on. I'm also going to be conscious of a kind of bug I've seen with encirclement, that essentially there has been a bug in the game that if you have these weird narrow borders here, that like random bots are basically like annexing people. It's kind of preposterous. And my thought is basically just try to make some alliances with these players around me. So I'm going to just keep on going, just trying to be pragmatic, thinking about basically the bots that I have the best borders with and going from there. So in terms of kind of the people I'm playing against, we see Midnight 271, not too worried about them. I think I also might have a route to eventually annex Chad, just like super simply. One of the things someone has told me is that if you annex people, you don't get their gold. And I actually already have a ton of gold. I need to start building cities, basically take advantage of that type of dynamic. That is something that's really key, that I think with kind of evolving strategies in Open Front, that building cities early can let things like pay off really well. So 200k, and actually I even thought of like a really kind of crazy micro thing, or I didn't think of it. Someone who's a really smart territorial IO player came up with this idea of basically like, so most of you probably know that when you build like cities and stuff like that, that basically the price increases over time. So the first one, I think it costs 125k, but there's actually a bit of lag in between when you build it and how the price increases. So actually that could be a really wicked strategy to just like save up money and to build like 3 cities at once for super reduced rate. Yeah, so that actually might be kind of OP and kind of like against the spirit of the game, I think, because the whole point of like scaling things is really important. So as you can see, I have a really good basically start. In terms of next steps, I'm just going to keep on pushing stuff. And I honestly think it might make sense to even try, well, I'm going to just to do some multiple attacks at the same time. And I'm going to start heading for mountains. I think, well, I can go for Saxon tribes. That makes sense on that front. And I'm going to go for this bot just because they're pretty big. I'm expanding fast and I have this mill. So I'm going to try to do this strategy of building a bunch of cities at once. This might get patched. So I got like a few up for cheaper. So that might give me actually a really good boost. That could be a really, really good strategy. And something I see here is Niger is basically oversending. So maybe when they unleash another attack, I can kind of take advantage of that. That's going to be something to look out for. I need to keep on working, basically taking these bots right here. They did just unleash another attack, but I'm not going to go for it right now. And then there's this bot right here, and I'm going to also put up defense post right there. Devlet Ali, I don't know who that is, but I'll take that alliance. I think the alliances early are going to be important. And right, so I think in terms of kind of how I'm going to try to play this game, I'm going to try to go for the kind of left-hand side of the map. Like, I think if I clear this area, I think that's a good plan for me. And then from there, basically work my way over to this kind of area where it looks like there's a lot higher density of players, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to keep on working. I'm still in kind of bot clear phase, and I think I want to keep on building some cities. And I'm also just going to be conscious of like what this Deadpool guy could do. So I'm going to just set up some defense posts in kind of preparation of basically having to control that border. So still going here, I didn't get an alliance with this Obkurse guy, and it looks like someone just attacked me. It was a bot, so I'm not that worried. And in terms of kind of next steps, I think I might go for Niger, just because I'm starting to run out of bots, and I'm probably, looking at my expansion rate, I'm thinking I'm going a little too slow. That's kind of my take. So I'm going to keep on going for this, take all that, swarm in here, and yeah, I think I'm going to go for Mali. I think I'm just going to unleash like a really big attack on Mali. Oh, and Midnight here is going for a big attack on this Arab Jamia guy. I might actually just try to take this, because I could get a ton of gold here. And look at that, that is a huge hit. So this is kind of these are kind of the strategies that seem to be working in the game right now. Just move quick, basically try to blitzkrieg people down. That's what some people have called them. And I'm going into Niger, that looks good. I'm gonna actually just keep on going with some of these options. I'm also gonna build a port. I'm going to put up a warship to try to intercept trade if I can get that. I'm actually going to trade, well, I'm not going to trader them yet. Not going to trader them yet. I'm going to head this way and go for Mali really quick. I think that's going to be my plan, and no one else is getting a ton of gold yet, so I'm not super concerned at the status quo, but I think I can potentially just kind of mow these people down, and this might be why the balance on open front needs to change. So I'm going to go for trader mode, and I'm going to just tap Chad, and they're gone. So I think that's probably going to change in the game, to be really frank. And I'm actually just going to try to bum rush Obisque here. I've got huge good density. I think this looks good. English Empire doesn't have that much land. That makes sense. I might even try to do something crazy and just basically surround Polska and annex them in one go. So Egypt requested an alliance. I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to just kind of bum rush Tunisia, and I'm going to show you something so funny. Watch this. I'm going to barely click on Polska with 1%, and does that work, or do I need a little more? Okay, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. I need a little bit more than 1%. So I do this, and as soon as I hit right here that this goes through, Polska should probably disappear. So, and there they go. All right, goodbye, Polska. It was fun. So I need to keep on moving on this front, I think. Oh, this person. I love that. That's got to be one of my fans. Empire of Chain. I am allying you, and I will see you to the end. This person, unfortunately. Nope, that's not going to work. So I'm going to keep on heading this way. I'm almost up to MIRV, which is kind of it. Like, MIRV is kind of it. Like, MIRV basically means game. So I'm going to also just do some warships here, just to try to protect this area, is kind of my logic. And unfortunately, Deadpool, I can't allow you to just stay in the game. So I'm going to push here, and yeah, I'm going to MIRV this guy. I think this is good. So what is that? Does that mean a MIRV is coming? Could mean a MIRV's coming. So you're going to see the power of the MIRV. The power of the MIRV is about to be showing up on your doorstep, man. And I'm also just going to put another warship right here. I hope my MIRV is not... Okay, yep, you see this? You see that? MIRV is absolutely devastating. Look at that shit. Damn, I'm going to even boat over here. Yeah, MIRV OP. I use my Blitzkrieg strategy. I annex some people, so I'm going to push through here. I'm very close, so I'm going to just take out inflation, pushing through here. People got to coordinate quick in this game to have a shot. And you see me just pushing in here with this... they call it an inflation now. That's kind of crazy. And we can let this Devleti Ollie... Well, is this me? Is this me? Oh yeah, that is me. I actually need to take out someone else. You know what? I'll do this the kind way. I'll just take out... I'll take out this. I'll take out that land right there. Do you see how I just sweep through there? Is that not crazy? That is a huge freaking attack. I could also take out Canada just for funsies. Well, I guess I can't. I gotta take out this, right? Yeah, so, I mean, that is just total domination. I'm gonna hit one more of these. Basically go through here. So, if you don't know and you're new to Open Front, you win when you get 80% of non-irradiated land. So, I'm gonna try to honor Devlet Ally. They allied me. I gotta take out this. That's kind of how the game works. Yeah, and this is actually not working too well because they got in there. So I don't know. I guess I do have to traitor you. Sorry, man. Sorry, man. Let's let out one big attack. I wish you could stop this. So yeah, that's our first game. So let me jump into another game right after this. All right, everyone, for this second game, I'm playing on the North America map, and I've opted for a spawn that I'm not sure is going to work out. I've actually never played the North America map in multiplayer. I was going to run Canada and run Alaska, but some other people spawned right around me, which was very concerning. And essentially, the kind of situation I have here is that I'm really concerned about this kind of, what is it, the other person I have in Greenland, that I've got to do something about this. So I'm going to kind of opt for a multi-front strategy of potentially going for some of this island here in Canada. Actually, I'm not sure if that is the best plan. I think probably pushing through the mountains, slogging through the mountains, and playing it positionally is going to be the best play. Because I think that's what I'm going to need to do to have a shot. I can try to take this part of Canada, and just seeing how slow I advanced on the mountains, that's honestly really worrying. Because, like, all this dynamic of going for Greenland, which I honestly don't think is a good strategy, is that, like, all this really protected area here, it's never going to be under threat. Like, if it gets to this point that someone is fighting me on this front, the game is probably already over. So I'm going to keep an eye on this person, this Sisiska. I don't think they're the smartest player, so potentially I have a little bit more time here. And one of the things I'm even seeing with this kind of weird spawn is just how much terrain is making a difference. Like, just going on these kind of highlands, desert. I like calling it highlands. I think that makes more sense. It's just like a lot slower. And we also see Samoa here. That has got to be a player or a bug. I don't know. So I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going a little bit too slow, and I think I might try some of my city strategy from last game. I'm going to keep on trying to ally people, see what I can do. I think it is going to be a little bit tougher of a game just because of positioning, that I think a lot of other players on kind of mainland North America are just going to have better options for land, like straight up. I think another dynamic I can do is I can try to go on the coast here, but at some point, I am going to have to take all this land in the mountains, and that's going to be slow. It's not going to be efficient, but I have to do it. I absolutely have to do it. And I think I just keep on trying to skirt around here, just because I think the Sisiska over here they're just going really, really slow, and that I potentially have some more time here. And I think I'm also going to try to cut this guy off, because positioning is super important in these games. And if I can cut this, that can be really good for me, just making sure that I get Greenland. So Kaiserreich, they have all that land there. I have cut off Samoa, so this is looking good. I also think I should consider starting a port just to see if I can get some trade. Not sure who I'm going to be able to trade with. I also do want to put a defense post here, just because I'm already anticipating like naval attacks, and I'm not expanding quick enough, is what I'm noticing. So I gotta keep up the pace, or rather pick up the pace, because I don't think my position is ideal. I think it's far from ideal, and I think there's gonna be consequences of it, because Open Front is a really, really positional game, and basically trying to take all this. Oof, I'm even thinking, does anyone potentially have the opportunity to stand in the way of Kaiserreich? I honestly don't think so. I'm also needing to do this. So I'm going to start my kind of bullshit strategy of, well, one, I'm actually going to do this. This guy's sending out such a huge hit that I think someone needs to attack them. I don't think that's just something you can leave. So I'm going to try to build as many cities as in one kind of swoop as I can. Oh my god, I'm so slow. So slow. So slow. Yeah, so that did not work out how I wanted it to. I might actually just do one more attack on this guy, and I'm going to try to ally at this point. Yet he's pushing back, so that's alright. Well, you know, I don't think it's alright. I think I want to stop him now. Okay, so he accepted alliance. So I can't do that at this point in time, so I'm just going to keep on cleaning this up. clean up my backyard, and I think I should send out less troops at a time. Okay, so Kaiserreich betrayed. That's okay. I'm going to keep on just cleaning up this area right here and rely on my defense post. So Sasiska, I don't think I can basically be their friend. I think I do have to take them out. And, okay. So, terms of decisions, I'm also just going to put a second defense post just behind to kind of keep in mind that I think Kaiserreich will go for me very soon. So I'm going to keep on pushing here. I haven't been efficient. Silk Road's going down, but all this land over here is going to be very protected. The problem is, like I said, like just looking at this, this is not like land that's someone's going to be able to like be fighting over really quick, like whatsoever. So I'm going to see over here, this bot, wow, they've got a ton of gold. I'm going to actually send a boat over there. That could be really helpful. They have like 100-something K. So Sasiska's building cities, which are just going to be mined in a second. Kaiserreich is taking a ton of the map, and I've got actually a good amount of gold. And I think I just keep building some cities, and maybe I try to even get up more trade. That's what I think would be ideal. So Sasiska is taking all this. I'm going to actually just go with big attack into them and see what I can do. Yep, I don't want to allow this. Yeah, I just kind of want to take this hull. So one thing, if I can wait for this to go, I might try to do something really funny. Basically make Sasiska like a client state, if that kind of makes sense. How much gold do they have? They actually have 3 mil. So I'm going to try to just ally them now and see if I can get them to be client state, if that makes sense. So Kaiserreich, they are pushing there. And I think, let me just look at this kind of border in terms of what I want to do. So, I'm just thinking if I want to push them now and if I want to save up more gold. So did Sasiska accept my alliance? I'm going to try to see if they'll ally me, because what I want them to do is I basically want them to have a port, and I basically want that to be like with me. So if they don't accept it, I'm just going to push this. Yeah, and I think they might have left. So I'm going to do something big here. I'm going to do a big attack right here. Send on a boat right on through this area. I'm also going to try to ally Texas, because in these games, I think we just got to do stuff quick. And where did my boat go? Did it not go through? That's actually really weird if it didn't. I hope someone isn't like taking this stuff out. So I'm going to do big attack here. We actually see that they're pushing on in. And I'm going to keep defense posts just on this front. Don't need a missile silo yet. I think it is kind of like a battle between us at this point in time. Taking out some of this, I think it also probably is a good plan to just basically clip these islands, keep this stuff out of here, just so I'm not worrying about any of that. And I think something else I'm going to do, I'm going to build another port closer, and I'm also just going to put in a warship right here, just to patrol these areas, just to sack some of this trade. So they pushed that out, and I'm going to send back in a big hit right here, and this makes sense. I'm going to actually just keep my warship hanging out here, and that should be good, because one of the problems in open front is people really have issues with like coordinating. Oh my god, do you see that full send? That is crazy. I'm going to put out another big attack, because I think we can really capitalize on this. If we get in here, that will be really good. So that is absolutely insane what just happened there. Now is the time to be pushing here. What even happened with these people? What is going on? How are these people just thinking this makes sense? It's like a plan. Like, that is a bizarre plan. I'm going to boat this. Take this out. Basically just try to go in here and take out all this kind of extra goodies down here. That is good for me. And I need to start essentially putting up defense posts on this front, because I'm going to be fighting here. I already know it. And I also think I run basically economy strategy. I'm not going to run for MIRV. I don't think MIRV is worth it. I think that the better plan is to take all of this other stuff and go from there. So Canada's taking out this. I'm going to just unleash a horrendous attack into Canada, take all that on, Whoa, look at that. That is devastating. So Canada does push back. I'm going to try to set up some defense posts here and keep an eye out on where their defense is. So they're fighting me, and I'm just going to keep on going. Oh, did they full send? What are they doing? What is Canada doing? I guess they need to watch more of my videos so they don't oversend and just have insanity like this. Yeah, are like people full sending and stuff? That doesn't make any sense. Who's this, by the way? Canada. Yeah, Canada. We're gonna take you out and our friend Samoa. We love Samoa. I hope this is a player. Let's send them a heart. I'm gonna actually do something fun. I'm gonna give them a bunch of troops. Yeah, look at that. Now they're maxed on troops. Chirp is now attacking me. I hope I don't come to pay for that. So I'm gonna do basically some atom bombs here and basically just clip all their defenses. And when that goes down, I'm just gonna push them. So the Kurdish Empire is attacking. That's fine, not that worried. I am gonna put up another defense post just here, just to try to slow stuff down. My missiles are coming down from my Colombian missile silo. Kaiserreich probably left the game. So there's that. Their one goes down. My other missiles are on the way. And I'm gonna just push this out. And now that those are gone, I'm just, oh, well, I guess I'm slow, so I guess I'm nuking myself here. So that's something to be conscious of. And that is a dub. So thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, help boost the video up to spread open front so we get more games. And in any case, I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.